everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and today I'm going to talk about journaling. So I have been journaling on and off over the years. I was one of those kids that had the little locked diaries back in the 90s and early 2000s. I had my little locked diary. I was always a journaler of some sort to some degree. I really like just putting pen to paper. I love pretty paper. I love pretty journals and notebooks and everything, pretty stationery. And so it was just something that I've done on and off through the years. And lately I have kind of picked it back up. I have been not actually using this one. I'm going to talk about something specific in this one, which you'll see in the title of this video. But I have been just using old, unused, unloved planners. A lot of them come with note pages. A lot of them are lines. Like this one I never ended up using for much. So I can actually just write all the way across the line. And yes, there's dividers in between, but it's not something that I keep and hold on to and look back on. This is just to like get all my thoughts and feelings out on paper. And sometimes it is geared more positively, like gratitude and thankfulness. Sometimes it's just to get out the bad thoughts and the anger and the annoyances of the day. And I just put it on the paper and then I can forget about it. So it goes back and forth between how I use it. And I also don't journal every night. I just have this available for when I do journaling, but I want to get more serious about it. I am going to start a little bit of a planning night routine now that I'm getting back into planning, and part of it is gratitude, and going along with that I will try to do a little bit of journaling in a more formal setting, and then also have this old one available in case I want to actually just keep going. So the title of this video is actually starting a 5-year journal, and I'm not sure it's going to be a 5-year journal. So I was looking at the Hobonichis, and I don't even know if I'm even saying that right. I looked at them and I thought they were called technos because technos in my mind just made sense, but they're actually called techos. I was Googling them, typing in techno instead of techo. So I looked at them. I thought it was just a great idea. I've seen lots of 5-year journals. I follow other people on YouTube who've done this. And a lot of them have like prompts and you just answer a question. You have like a line or two to get the 5-year journal. And first of all, I'm on a no spend, especially a no planner spend. I've got lots of notebooks and planners and things. So I'm definitely on a no spend for that. And then the no spend for January is double that. So I'm not even going to think about buying anything. And those techos are like 90 bucks. And I also don't like the paper thin crinkly paper, and it's also cream paper, which I don't like, so I wouldn't want to spend the money even if I wasn't doing the no spend. I love the concept, I love the idea of it, but I just would not spend the money for something where I'm not going to just like love the paper and enjoy writing in, and I'm like wiggling in my chair. So you'll hear the chair squeaking. It's a constant thing in these videos these days. But I wouldn't love it. I wouldn't love the feel of it. I wouldn't love anything about it. And it comes with a cover that I'm not too thrilled about, but I love the concept and I love the idea. So I looked at other 5-year journals on Amazon and I was really tempted on some of them. But again, you only get like a line or two. Some of them have prompts, some of them don't have prompts. And then the ones I find that I do like have prompts and I don't want prompts. So all of that to say, I am just going to use what I've got. I'm using what I have, and that is a PLUM paper planner lined notebook. That's all it is. It's just a bunch of lines. And I have used this for journaling over the years, so I've ripped pages out, and this is what I've got left. It's not a full maximum notebook where you can get the notebook. It's, I think, 60 pages to start with, then you can add in more pages. And I was tempted to buy one that was the full page to get like a page a day, but the full one's actually 160 pages, and then you get the front and back, so it's not quite a whole year. So I thought, if I'm not going to get a whole year in a notebook, why spend money and buy one anyway? I'll just use the one I've got. So I'm not going to get a full year out of this, but it'll get me started, and then I can buy another notebook when I max this one out, when I go a page a day. And I've also thought about doing a page every other day, which I'll show you guys. So I did some maths. So I actually counted the lines on the page, which is 31 lines, not including the top line here, but 31 actual lines. And so I did the maths and I ripped 2 pages out of a different notebook. I ended up buying 2 of these at the same time. And over the years, I've used them for various things. So I did the maths and then I wrote it out so I can see what I'm working with. So here's the math. I actually did the math on 30 lines instead of 31. So with 2 years, it'd be 15 lines each. That's 1 line between, which looks like this, which I would just not write on this line. And then 3 years is 10 lines with nothing in between. So I could do, you know, the line between if I want to. And I wouldn't write the dates. I would want the dates to like match the inks. So I would keep the dates off and just like somehow pay attention to where I'm going on the page. So that would be 3 on a page, 3 years on a page. And then for 4 years, it's like this. It's 7 lines, but that got you to 28 lines, and then there's 3 more lines. So you could put 1 line in between. So that's what I did. So it would be this much writing, not much writing, that much writing, etc. And that's what it looks like. And then for 5 years, it gives you 6 lines with nothing in between. So this would just be like a very small paragraph, and I don't know how deep I'm gonna go with this. This is like a formal journaling, looking back at your life in 5-year increments. So like I'll fill out the 2021, and then next year I can look back, and then the next year I can look back at 2 years, and the next year I can look back at 3 years, etc. This is something I don't know that I will hold on long term, but it is something that maybe I could, and maybe when I'm long gone, the girls might want to look back at some point. So I am going to have like a positive spin on it. I'm not going to be like, oh, the girls drove me crazy today. That was the end of today. I'll be like, maybe today was hard, but the girls made me smile by doing blah. So it's going to be centered around finding the best moment of the day, something to remember, something that I'll look back on and have fond memories of. I don't want to put the daily grind stuff in this. So I don't know how much space I'm going to need, to be honest. This is January 1st when I'm actually filming this. So it could go any way. So I thought I could make it a 4-year journal by doing, I would start it actually not on this front page, but on the back side of the page. So then I could have 4 years here, and then I would move on to the next day, 4 years here, etc. 4 years showing, which I actually like that. And then again, the same concept. If I want to do 2 pages, so this is all the same day on different years, I could totally do the 3 so that it'd be a 6-year notebook, or I could totally do the, where is it? Or I could totally do the 4 and have an 8-year notebook. So you really can like customize it however you want. I'm leaning more towards doing like the 3 because I feel like it gives you enough space. And I actually really kind of like the way it looks with 3 on a page. And the 4 also looks really nice. I would probably just do 1 page for these. So it'd be a 4-year journal. I'm just not super keen on the 5-year. I think it's just not enough lineage. I don't want to write just 1 sentence. I want to have room to write a couple of sentences. And that doesn't mean I have to fill the space either. I can always just write 1 sentence and take up 2 lines and have a gap there. So I'm leaning more towards not an actual 5-year journal. And again, this is something I'm going to play around with and think about. But I wanted to show you guys and do the math and show you guys, you know, you don't have to go out and buy a $90 notebook. Yes, I'm going to have to write my own things in, but the techos have Japanese in them and I'm English, so I don't know that I want Japanese on every page. And you people who get them say that they get used to having the Japanese writing on there, but this would just be all my handwriting, which I'm not super thrilled about, like my titles being on there, but it's what I've got. It doesn't cost me any money, except if in the event that I need another notebook like midway through the year, which is what I kind of anticipate. So it would actually be 2 notebooks, which would be pretty beefy, which is why I also think having the 3 on a page would be good. So then it could be 6 years between 2 notebooks. I think that would work really nicely. I'm just not 100% sure. I feel like that's just too much space. And then I feel like the 5 is not enough. So I guess I'm really waffling between 3 and 4. I think both of those would probably be plenty of space. I will find out tonight if I need more space. So anyway, that's really all. I'm gonna go between these 2 probably and see how it goes tonight when I start trying to implement this journaling thing. And we'll see how it goes. I'm really gonna try to commit to doing this every night, even if I don't feel like full journaling, like going back and doing more journaling, long style, informal style in there. I still plan on trying to do this along with a gratitude thing, which I have in my iPad. So for January, I'm using this one and it just has a line a day. So I actually was using this and writing like a 1 or 2 word thing with a comma, the next thing with a comma, and doing a few for each day, like thinking of the top 3 best things, sometimes more, sometimes less, but I was getting really good into this habit, and then I just broke the habit a while back and haven't gotten back into it. So between just doing a few lines a day and then the gratitude, I think that'll be a good little journaling thing to unwind at the end of the day. I really like to have some sort of little wind down time in the bed and reflect on the day, and it just puts me in the better mood to go to sleep. So that's my plan. I don't know which one I'm going to do. So by the time I post this, it will have already been done, obviously, but I would love to know what you would pick. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you do a 5-year journal? Do you not? What are your thoughts about how many days on a page if you're a DIYer? So by the way, this is an Erin Condren cover. I really like the Erin Condren covers. I just snip off the Plum Paper Planner covers. I love the Plum Paper Planner actual paper. It's really nice and smooth and good quality. I love the customizability of things. I'm a big time fan of Plum Paper Planner, and then I love Erin Condren's covers. Their paper got a lot better. I like their paper now too, but it has more of like a coarse, toothy feel, where this is more smooth, not quite glossy, but it does have that like smoothness to it. So not all pens work really great in the Plum Paper Planners because of that like smoothness quality. They have a tendency to smear, where I feel like in the Erin Condren paper, the ink soaks in a lot better, so you don't get smearage as bad. So that's something to be mindful if you do check out the Plum Paper Planner. I'll leave both codes down below for you guys if you need a coupon for anything. I just wanted to talk about this because it is going to be part of my little nighttime planning routine. I used to, when I was planning, which hasn't been for a while because of baby and stuff, but I would take my iPad or my paper planner into the bed, kind of plan out the next night and brain dump, just write things down, do some journaling, write down the gratitude, and that was my little unwinding time. And I think I will try to incorporate also doing a tiny bit of project lifing in there with my digital project life. I typically look through photos and pick out like my best ones of the day, so I could just send them to the printer if I'm going to print them big, or put them in the Project Life app as a nightly routine to just get in the habit of it. This is just going to be another piece. It's somebody working out. That's my neighbor. I was like, what is that noise? They're dragging something heavy. So it's just going to be part of my nighttime routine. I'm just going to incorporate this in. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I will leave my planner playlist down below. I'm including this in there because it is part of my everyday journaling planning type of thing. I would love to know what you guys are up to for planning in 2021. I do have a planner video for my planner for 2021, and this is my journaling side of things. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.